Hello. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome. Welcome. How are you? Ooh, today is Friday. And you know what that means? We've got a live build to do, so let's go ahead and get into it here. Let me just see how it's going so far. I think we're kind of set up. Yeah. Clean up a little bit. Geez, sorry. A little bit of a mess here at the moment. Look at this runner piece. I tried to adjust the shape of, melt and reshape. Ultimately, didn't end up using that, actually. Might hang on to it, though. This might end up using it for something else, perhaps. Maybe. Okay. So, I think we're good. I think we're live. How's it going, everyone? Welcome. Today we're building the Iron Sickle, as you can see. It's called here. For some reason, the stream's going out okay, right? You guys? For some reason, my post is not sending. So I don't think it's an internet problem, but it's just something going on with Instagram. But everything's all right on your guys' end, yeah? Seeing everything, hearing everything clearly. You're building the same kit right now? Nice. That doesn't happen too often, but every now and then during a live build, someone will say, I'm building the same kit. So I'm assuming that means you can hear and see everything okay. All right, so one thing that I will mention to you guys as we get into the build here is that I took the liberty to repaint some of the parts already, just because basically, so this, as you guys may know, a lot of the other kits in this line from SNAA have gold accents, but this one has yellow accent parts. I think just because this was an earlier release in the line, I think kind of before they really had their kind of style set, and so I basically just took the yellow parts and repainted them here to gold to match the rest of the kits in the line. And the blade parts, mostly on the titular Iron Sickle, were just gray. I repainted here in silver just so that I think it just looks better in silver. So I thought if I'm repainting the gold parts, we'll paint the blade parts in silver as well. That'll look better, because that's how they appear on the front. It's silver, and then even these accent parts in like the artwork kind of look like a more shiny gold than yellow anyway. So it's kind of weird that it was not molded that way, or plated that way, I guess I should say, really. So okay, that's what's going on with that. Let's get into it, shall we? First of all, right off the bat, I'm noticing where's the parts? But how are you guys all doing today? It's Friday, so hopefully that's good news for you. I don't know why it would be bad news for anyone necessarily. But hang on. Oh, okay, that's a little bit different. So in a lot of other kits in this line, again, this is an older one that did just recently get reprinted, so that's why I'm building this one now. But this is an earlier kit from this line from SNAA. These parts here, you can see is kind of the shoulder joint part here for inside the torso. A lot of the other kits have, you can see how there's like that one like notch peg there on the top and bottom. A lot of the newer ones have like one on the top and then two on the bottom. So it's kind of just a slight minor difference that I will point out to you guys. And yes, I know that I'm still max zoomed in, but I'll do that here just a second. Friday is your Monday? Oh, that's not good. Sorry to hear that. That's too bad. Let's see. you just finished this kit. Nice. I'm sure that maybe a lot of you guys perhaps are either currently building or like just recently got the kit, or some combination of that. Just because, and it's the same reason why I'm building it, is because it did get reprinted from SNA, and we just got a bunch more kind of back in stock here at USA Gundam Store. So it's like I didn't build that one when it was out the first time around, and I've really been enjoying the line, so might as well build one and review it. So yeah, here we are. So far, I will just say, obviously, I'm just starting the build, but just from what I can tell from the parts, and it's not really very surprising, so far, my impression is that the kit's going to be very similar to the other more recent releases in the line. So yeah, that's not at all surprising, but just worth noting. What is going on with that part? Do I have something on here wrong? Oh, those parts are different. Okay, that could be a problem. Did not notice that. Yeah, something kind of different about this. Okay, those parts that I was just mentioning about are actually a little bit different, kind of different sizes. That's interesting. So there's like taller and shorter ones, and I managed to put 2 short ones on one side and 2 long ones on the other. It's supposed to be, let's see, hang on. So that's this one. The longer piece should be on the bottom. Okay. That would be here, right? No. No, have that switched. Wait a minute. I think this should be right here. Yeah, that looks right. It's better. Have you built the Lancelot? The Lancelot. Have I built the Lancelot? I don't remember. Now I'm like confused. Lancelot. Did I build the Lancelot? No. No. I did not. No. Yeah, I did not build that one. So I'm not sure offhand. One of you guys can check and let me know real quick if you want. If we have that one in stock at the moment. If not, then that one, I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe that one will be getting a reprint in the near future as well, in which case, if it does, then I'll have to check out that one as well. No. I think that maybe those are the only 2 that I've not built yet. The Lancelot and the Achilles. And the Achilles, I just don't really like the design of that one. I think that was like the first one out in this line, and yeah, I just don't really care for the design as much. I don't think it really matches with like the rest of them. It's kind of the odd one out because it was the first one. Looking at this kit in the US Gundam Store, so I think I'd want to paint this in more than yellow and white and gray. Yeah. That's the thing, like all of these kits in this line have a kind of matching aesthetic vibe, right? Just kind of tie parts here, so I'm employing my teeth. Yeah, they all kind of have a similar design kind of style and color scheme style and all that, which I like, but yeah, it could be I don't want to say boring necessarily, but yeah, if it's not if it is a little plain to you, then of course you could you can repaint. And as another thing that you could do would be, I mean, you don't necessarily have to repaint the entirety of the kit. You could just, you know, like just the parts, for example, here, like the armor is in like a light gray and off-white. You could just repaint the parts that are light gray. You could repaint to orange or whatever, and not like repaint the entirety of the kit. Still have it all in like with a gray frame and like white armor for the most part, and just make the like the light gray armor color parts into like a different color, something like that. Okay, so let's see. This gold piece goes in there, then attach onto the back. Not really attached onto much of anything, it seems. But yeah, so just as a reminder, I'll say this a couple times throughout the stream just to make sure that don't want anybody getting confused, that I have gone ahead and repainted already ahead of time. I painted the yellow parts into gold so that this kit will match with kind of the rest of the kits in the line that all have gold accents, all of basically the same color of gold pretty much. And I tried to pick a gold color that looks like it's a pretty close match. It's not quite right, but it's pretty close. So when you see it, when you'll see it side by side with some other kits in the line, I'll try to show you guys, like in the review or in photos or whatever later on. But when you see it, I think it'll blend in pretty well. The gold color is close enough that it's not really noticeable. But I think I got it pretty close, which is basically just Gaia. I think it's called what, bright gold. I think it's Gaia number 10, 010. It's a nice gold color. I've used it for other stuff in the past, so I like it. And it just so happens that it's a pretty close match to these kits. The Achilles and Grace don't fit the Knights line at all, honestly. Yeah, like I said, I think that it's just that those kind of came out before, and it's kind of a shame. Not necessarily like, I don't know. I was gonna say before they had like a kind of their mindset on like a common design aesthetic for the line. But it could be that they just they weren't even planning on making like a whole series of these. You know, I don't know what the circumstances were there, but whatever the case, yeah, those ones were earlier on in the line, and so they don't have that same color scheme and everything like the rest do. So there we go. So let's go to the waist section here. Actually, I've got these gold parts here, which I just kind of put in the wrong spot. There's a bunch of little connection pieces here in the skirt section, which seems kind of different from other kits. I watched your how to paint series of videos. It made me want to do a custom color Gremory. Nice. Yeah, that's a good option. One that, man, that kit hasn't been reprinted for a long time, has it? I feel like I haven't seen that in a long time. A lot of that whole line has not seen the light of day for a long time from the Reconquista and G series, right? Other than the G Self, I think like what the G Self space pack or whatever not that long ago got a reprint. That's about it. Definitely would be nice to see some of those kits come around again. I think I talked about that in a recent video. one thing I can say is that so far the fit of everything is really good, but I have noticed that some of the frame parts are a little bit tighter on this kit than some of the other kits, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, they're not so tight that I'm like having to get out pliers or anything. But obviously, you've seen I did have to use my teeth a little bit on a couple of parts just because they were a little snug. But yeah, not necessarily a bad thing, just something to point out. These seem like kind of very interesting connection parts here. It's not that. Where's the other piece here? Hello? Oh, there it is. Wish these came with an action base that when connected all of the knights form. Yeah, that would have been cool. Again, I think that could be having like, so the Josh is saying that he wished like some of the, like a bunch of the kits all came with bases that would then kind of interlock. So like once you collected like the full set, whatever. Again, I'm just gonna guess that that was something that like would have been cool, but just kind of wasn't thought of at the time, and so unfortunately now it's kind of late. But it would be cool if maybe they would just come out with like a set for that, with just like a display set, which I think would be a good idea, honestly, on their part. Release like a Roundtable Knights display set, because what that could do is then like for maybe anybody who hasn't got like some of the kits, like maybe they want to, maybe they have like, you know, 5 of the 6 kits. That number's probably wrong, but you know, just bear with me. If they had like 5 of the 6 kits of the line and they were just missing like 1, maybe they would want to go out and get that other kit that they didn't have, just so that they could complete their set. It'd be a good way to make sure that people are buying all of their kits, because people would probably want to get that display set. You know what I mean? I think it would be a good idea for them to make something like that. All right. Wait a minute. Kind of weird instruction order over here. I can't say that I'm a fan. Now I'll show you guys what I mean in just a second. Don't know why they did this. Oh. Hello. All right, so if you see, the camera froze. That's no good. The camera is actually okay. It's my capture card that does that on the occasion. Excuse me. Come back. There we go. Okay. So yeah, basically what I was saying is that, so you can see the flow of instructions. It goes here, and then here, and then not down here, but actually continues around. and down, and then back over here, and then back up. Sort of, it's doing like a Fibonacci spiral here on the page, which is kind of odd. I don't really understand that one exactly, but okay. All right, give me just a second here. I gotta send a quick message now that we have that. Don't know why my post isn't going out. It's kind of annoying. I don't know. Okay. All right, more connections. So the connections for the side skirt and then for the front skirt as well are kind of like quite complex for some reason. But I mean, hopefully it's all for the better. It's just not usual, I feel like. Okay. Well, that's interesting. You can see part of the reason. Excuse me. You can see part of the reason why it's complex because it looks like the front skirts and side skirts are connected together, and then connected onto the waist section. That's very different. So the front skirts are not actually attached on directly at all. And that does not seem like that's going to fit in there. Huh? That does not seem right. Okay, I think I put the wrong parts on there. I certainly did. Okay. My fault. So there's two different size little ball joint parts here. So make sure that you've got the right ones. I thought that part seemed a bit loose. That's actually good. That's tighter than that. So the front and side skirts, the front skirt and side skirt are connected together. And then, let's see. And then that's actually connected here onto the side. So yeah, the front skirt doesn't attach on here directly. Normally the front skirt would attach like somewhere right around here, something like that. But it doesn't attach onto there at all. Interesting. Okay. What's up? What's up? Hello. How's it going? It's going pretty good over here. What are you guys' plans for the weekend? Anything fun? Nothing really planned too much for me. I think my kids have a play date tomorrow. Today is one of my longtime best friend's birthday, which I'm sure he's not watching. I don't think he usually watches my streams. But anyway, whether he's watching or not, I'll still give a shout out to my friend Zach, who, yes, has the same first name. But happy birthday. I was kind of hoping to go and visit him this weekend, actually, but unfortunately we're not really able to go. So that's too bad. Kids are at the Zadra, HG, Zadra, Bro. Kids are at the lake with Grammy. Nice. At the lake, huh? We haven't really done lake, but I guess actually, so next month we're planning to visit Lake Michigan. Going up to visit my mom, do some family stuff. And visit Lake Michigan. Interesting. Our family is nestled right on Green Bay. Oh, nice. Never really been up in that area much. So I'm originally from Illinois, and so obviously I've been to Chicago many times, but never really up too far past that a whole lot into like the Wisconsin area and all that. Just briefly and only a couple times maybe. All right. Interesting foot construction here. Very funky. Yeah, very different. Very interesting design there for that. Okay, I missed a step here, sort of. I just kind of like sidestepped. Because, yeah, the instruction layout's a bit odd in a couple of these areas here. Kind of skips around in ways that feel a bit unnatural, and I think that's something that they since adjusted. Definitely glad I went ahead and repainted those yellow parts to gold, because I think it definitely matches with the design quite nicely there. So there's our leg frame. And just like with, I think pretty much all of the other kits, as far as I can remember, this one as well has you build like all the frame first and then go back and add the armor on, but I'm not doing it like that, so kind of having to go back and forth in the manual. Build the frame part and then come back and then or skip ahead to the armor and then go back to the frame and back to the armor and so on and so forth. just because I want to build each section in full at a time, not just build the frame and then go back. We're trying to get this built. Man, what a difference. This gold definitely looks so much better than the yellow, I think. Not that the yellow necessarily looked bad. But the gold looks nice, especially just like with the rest of the series. I mean, like, that's kind of a whole thing with these kits. Like, all the SNAA kits all have these nice gold accents as part of the design. This one would kind of feel a bit weird not having that. So I like how it's looking. Interesting. It's like a one little part that attaches onto the other part, but it's all the same color. So why even have two separate parts there? It's kind of interesting. Ankle armor is going to be the last of it, and then there we go. Uh-oh, just missed it a little bit there. Get in there. There we go. Okay. There's the leg. I like the asymmetry of this, how it has like the verniers here on the one side of the leg. I like that. Popped off the side skirt armor there in the process. Also, even though this is an earlier kit in the line, and I can definitely like feel some of those, like some of the differences in it, it still has that same like very high quality build feel to it. So I mean, it still goes together, looks and feels, you know, really nice. Very, very cool. All right. What's your opinion on the new MG Liberty Astray coming out? I think, I mean, like, to be honest, I think it looks nice. I mean, a lot of people, it's getting like, a lot of people are hating because it's another MG Astray, which I totally get. But it is, from what I can tell, it does look completely new. So it's not just like a reissue of the same MG Astray again. It looks new, and I think it looks nice. It's a nice looking new kit. Now, yeah, it looks basically very similar to the regular Astray Red frame, but I mean, it is a new kind of slightly different design. And, you know, would I preferred something else? Yes, but I think it looks nice, actually. So I don't know. Maybe it will finally give me the opportunity that I've been waiting for to paint an Astray kit, in which I think I did. No, I haven't. I've never painted an Astray kit. Have I? I don't think so. Yeah, so hopefully it'll finally give me that chance to paint an Astray kit. And what I've always wanted to do is to paint an Astray with just so like instead of the colored frames, so like the red frame, blue frame, or whatever the color is, to paint the frame into just kind of a regular like gray, kind of quote unquote like normal colored frame, grayish or whatever. So kind of take away that kind of colorful aspect of the frame and make it just kind of more, or just like a less colorful. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I've always wanted to do that because I've seen it done before. It's not like it's the most original idea. I've seen it done. That's why I thought it looked cool and I wanted to try it for myself. But yeah, I would like to do that, and so maybe if the timing works out, maybe I'll be able to do that at the time when the new Stray comes out. It'd be fun. So hoping the swords are better quality than the original. I mean, yeah, with it being a new kit, I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of improvements, which I don't know if, I mean, necessarily, in my experience, I don't think that there was really all that much to complain about with the old MG. I mean, it's a little bit dated now, so it's probably not as nice as, you know, whatever new version will have to offer. But I don't think it's, you know, necessarily one that had any like glaring flaws or anything like that. It's definitely not one that I hear people complaining about or like just saying that it needs a 2.0 or whatever. There's a list of different MGs that I hear like repeated often as ones that people think need a 2.0 or people would like to see a 2.0, but never really hear anything much about people asking for a 2.0 Stray. And it probably is more to do with the fact that like people are just tired of MG Strays, and it's kind of like a meme at this point. Like, please, no more MG Strays. Bandai just keeps making MG Strays all the time. So there's probably a little bit of that. But I think, aside from that, I don't think that it's necessarily one that really needs a 2.0 for any reason. It's really not, doesn't have any big issues. Like I said, I built a couple different versions of the Stray over the years, and yeah, I think it's still holds up quite well as an MG, but I don't know. I just didn't like the color of the gold accent pieces, so I had to paint them. On the MG Stray you're talking about? Okay, now going to attempt to put on all the armor without checking the manual, which I don't think will be all that necessarily difficult, but as long as I don't forget anything. It's also very much a possibility that I could go a little bit different order. I think I can do it. Foot armor. I know that first time around for the feet, we actually had the foot already attached onto the leg, but I don't have that at the moment. Hello. Get on there, please. Sir. Foot. Oof. This part. Still patiently waiting for an MG Reborns. Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. Like, yeah, I get the frustration that like instead of another MG Stray, even if it's a new mold, even if it looks good, you know, people want something just new, not like a new version of something that's already existing. So I get the frustration if, you know, like waiting for other stuff. Like, yes, the MG Reborn's Gundam I really don't know why we don't have an MG, or at least a full mechanics kit or something in 1/100 scale of that. Yeah, kind of doesn't really make sense, does it? There you go. All right, let's go to the head next. Now, a couple of face parts I already went ahead and put together ahead of time just because they were really teeny tiny parts, and I just was a little worried just in case, didn't want to lose anything. So go ahead and put a couple of these bits together already. So the head should go pretty quickly, as it's kind of already like sort of half done. Oh, interesting. Waiting for the next HGs in the afterwar lineup. Waited so long. Yeah, I know. I'm really excited for those. They look really nice. So, like, when it comes to Turn X, like, there's a lot of Turn X designs that, like, I don't necessarily like love the design. I would just like to see more stuff from Turn X. Like, so, like, even with the Vertigo and the Ashetron that are coming out, I wouldn't. There's the head done, by the way. Definitely looks much better with gold, I think. Don't you think? Yeah. So yeah, it wouldn't be like mobile suits. Like if Bandai said like, hey, you can choose whatever the next 20 HG kit releases are. I wouldn't have picked either of those necessarily, like as just like designs that I would like to see necessarily, but I am glad to see some stuff from Gundam X, and those kits do look really nice. Yeah, I'm also very excited for those. It's like any new kit, you know, it's going to be fun, whether it's like a, you know, one of your top like most wished for designs or not. You know, it's going to be good, and so I'm glad that it's those two. And yeah, not something that we have a lot of or whatever. Could have been more HG seed stuff, which I'm sure we're going to get some more new HG seed stuff from the new movie, which will be nice. Again, like, it's going to be, I mean, those kits will be good. There's no doubt about that. But it'll be nice, at least in between, to get those new Gundam X kits for sure. Are these different? No, I don't think so. Okay, that's it for the arm frame. Pretty simple. It built, I mean, like once it's put together, it's actually very reminiscent of like the arm frame for like an RG kit. Actually, like a, yeah. Oops, I'm supposed to put this part on here first. Is that? Oh, and then this part on here, and then these side parts on. That's it. Got the hands already put together ahead of time as well, just because they tend to be also parts that can easily get kind of mixed up. So just to not mix anything up unnecessarily. Have those together already. man, this shoulder armor is quite complex. There's a lot of parts in here. So including like the center part, like holds the shoulder armor is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 parts, and just for the shoulder armor, it's kind of a lot. Road to 50 will bring many more smiles. Yeah, I'm sure Vertigo would be great. Yes, I mean I've talked about that many a times. The Vertigo is definitely one that would be very high up on my wish list. Really hoping that we'll see that as well. Based on the fact that we've gotten so few Gundam X kits over the years, I don't have high hopes that after the Vertigo and the Astron that we'll get anything too much more after that. But then again, the fact that they're just making those, I mean, maybe they do have some more in the works. It'll be interesting to see what that might be. Probably be like just like later iterations of those. So what would be like the Vertigo, or not the Versigo chest break. And hang on, what the hell is going on with this? Where does that go? What? Like this? Okay. Yeah, the Versigo chest break, and then what would be like the second iteration or whatever of the Astron? I don't remember, or even if there is one. I don't recall. It's been a long time since I've watched X. I should rewatch it. I always felt that like I enjoyed it more than I feel like a lot of people did, but I don't know, maybe if it was a long time ago that I watched it and I only ever watched it once, so maybe if I went and rewatched it, maybe I would not think as highly of it now as I feel like I did at the time. But I don't know. Oh wait, I said 20. Actually, there's 22 parts on the shoulder. I missed a couple. These little like gold claw-looking parts here are also not actually claws on like the side of the arm, but actually here on the top of the shoulder. Oops, and they are not the same. Make sure that you have the left and the right side. I think I got 2 of the right side there. Versigo? Is that the upgrade of the Astron? Versigo? No, wait, what? That's not right. Someone is confused, and it's not me. Okay. That goes on the back of the arm. Here we go. All right. Oh, okay. I was gonna say it feels sort of loose, but it's just the shoulder armor rotating. It's got quite big, massive shoulder armor here. It's got big, kind of chunky legs there as well. Certainly a bulky boy, but yeah, very nice. Okay, then for the next arm, let's see if I can jam it out without doing. Oh, what's that? No, without looking at any instructions. Let's see. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to have these. The elbow armor could easily be, not the elbow armor, but like the elbow joint could be very easily flipped. And just in case, I don't want to make that mistake and then have to take apart like the whole frame of the arm and everything. Most of this I can figure out quite quickly here. Let's see. Astron upgraded near episode 30 of the anime, but don't remember any visual differences. Oh. right. Yeah, I would have to go back and look at the wiki. Like I said, it's just been forever since I've seen it. I mean, other than looking at the wiki, I mean, I suppose I could just actually rewatch it, but I don't know actually where it's even available to rewatch at the moment. It's not on Gundam Info, is it? Not that I know of. I mean, but with it being the anniversary, I mean, it would make sense, and especially with the HG kits coming out, you would think that they would want to have it on Gundam Info just so like people can get hyped. So maybe it will be coming out on Gundam Info later in the year. Perhaps, I don't know, but it seems like that would make sense. And again, I mean, we know that Bandai doesn't always do the thing that seems like it would make sense to us. All That Gundam? What's that? Is All That Gundam, is that like a website or something? Or are you just talking about something else? Actually, probably on some old hard drive somewhere at home, I probably have Gundam X somewhere. Just because I'm sure, thinking back, I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like most likely how I watched it the first time around was just like downloaded. And so I probably have just like a really like low quality, it's like a downloaded copy of the series on some old hard drive somewhere. I'd have to dig it out. We're talking like from like the LimeWire days, downloading anime like episode by episode. Some of you guys just don't even know what the struggle was like. What method and paint did you use to color the yellow parts to gold? So I just used a gloss black, which I don't know if that was even really entirely necessary, but just because, like kind of just in case, I figure I'll just give it a coat of gloss black first. So gloss black, and then yeah, Gaia Notes number 10, which I think I was trying to think of it earlier. I think it's just called bright gold, but it's Gaia Notes number 10, 010. So yeah, that's it. And I also did not do any like I removed the nubs, but I didn't do any like sanding or anything like that, any kind of treatment like that ahead of time, just because I wanted it to like basically I wanted to show it like here's how it would look if they would have released it as a have these parts being plated, because obviously when they're just plated from the factory, they're not like sanded and treated and all that. Like the prep work is not done on there ahead of time. I got those switched again, dang it. Dang it. So yeah, the gold parts are not in like pristine quality. Had they been like properly painted and everything, then in that case I would have done like more sanding on them and all that. But just kind of just to give the look of had these parts come pre-plated. Yeah, it's just black, gloss black base, and then yeah, that Gaia Notes gold on top. That's it. Nothing fancy. Didn't take very long at all. It's one of those cases where like I think I took more time like just like thinning the paint and cleaning, like thinning the paint ahead of time and cleaning the airbrush afterwards. I spent more time like doing that than actually doing the painting, because it was just like a handful of parts, and that's it. So there's the main body, everything all done, and now we can do the backpack. and then the weapons, which are also going to be quite quick because there's not a whole lot really involved in either the backpack or the weapons. So like for the backpack necessarily, it's just these few parts here minus another couple of parts that went missing. There they are. This one here like this. That was not step one. Step one is this one. That goes in there, and that here, then this one here. Actually, that goes on there first. Oh! Hey, why do that? Like press a part on it, like pushes your nail back. That was not fun. All right, this goes on here first. 2 and 3. There we go. All right, that's it for the backpack. It's pretty simple. It just has this one like big thruster nozzle there. And that's it. Straight on there like that. Simple. Okay, and then the shield as well. I always forget, kind of just like forget that this kit even has a shield as a part of the design. You're always just seeing the titular iron sickle. And so yeah, painted the parts for these like little hook blades into silver, as well as the iron sickle blade part as well. And for these, it was just the same. I did gloss black first, and then for the silver, it's actually Mr. Hobby Gun Chrome, I think is the name of it. It's a little bit more of like a cool silver, I think. So at first, I was like not sure. I thought probably a warm silver would have been probably more likely, because I was trying to think of like if this was coming plated from like out of the box, what would the colors be that it would have been plated in, like from SNA. And I think probably they would have used a different silver color for this, a warmer silver. But anyway, it's pretty close. I feel like it's pretty good silver color. So certainly better than just light gray for those parts. So there's that. Those well, that part comes off of there, and these actually just connect onto the sides of the backpack here like this, don't they? Which way? Up or down? Up. Even though it kind of seems like it would make sense to be like this, because then it can reach back over the shoulder and grab the handle. It makes sense for the handle to be sticking up, but how it has it is actually like this, which kind of, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I suppose just like reach back, like underneath like this and pull it out. I don't know. Okay, I skipped over the sickle. We'll come back to that. We'll save that for last. The shield here. You can really see it's like one of the best looking like gold pieces that you can really see on there. Looks nice. Yep. Okay. And connection part here for the shield goes in kind of whatever, like that. Okay. And here. So this guy is going on this way. kind of makes sense that for the Iron Sickle, the sickle being the actual last part that we're putting together from this set. I thought about painting this little spike bit here at the end into silver as well, but I thought, no, I'll just stick with just the actual blade parts. Oh, this is going to be one that's going to be hard to push on there. There we go. So there's our sickle, and this we do have this like actual stand here, which is nice. Something else that obviously has gone away in their more recent kits, unfortunately. But this one does actually have a little display stand. Very simple one here, but looks nice. And that's going to plug onto where exactly? I'm not sure. Oh, there's like a bit, okay, on the back skirt. So underneath this, it's like a part there to hold the sickle on. But if you don't want to hold the sickle, you can take that part off and then plug it onto the base. So it's kind of weird that you can't do both. Oh no, it will plug up under here. Why do they not even show this in the manual? That's weird. There's a spot underneath the waist that this will plug into as well. Although it's kind of like a tight squeeze in there between the legs. I think if we rotate this to the side, it will be better. But that should fit in there, it looks like. Yeah, it's not super tight, but that does fit in there. Yeah, so I mean, it's an option. It's kind of limited in the angle though, because you have to, I'll show you. This part here, because if you have it like, sorry, bear with me. I want to show this to you. Okay, it's better. So if you have it like this, this will allow more movement this way, which would be like forward and back, up and down angle, but then it's too wide to fit between the legs. So if you turn it 90 degrees, it's narrower and it fits between the legs better, but then you don't have as much room to move the entirety of the kit forward and back. And this is the only point of articulation on the stand, as the rest of the stand's just all just this fixed arm here. So that's it for the kit. What do you guys think? Are you happy with it or are you sad? I think it looks pretty cool. And definitely looks better with gold accents. That's for sure. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here for today. I'll work on the review and I'll get that out for you guys very soon. Thanks so much for tuning in, hanging out on this Friday afternoon. I know probably this time. Bro, I just got here. He's already done? Yes, unfortunately, I am already done. So that's everything. But you can check, you can watch the playback of the live stream if you're so inclined. And yeah, or just wait for the review, which will be out very soon. I'm going to go work on that. I've got a different video coming out today, and then another one that should be out coming out this weekend. So this will probably be like Monday or something, unless something else changes, which I'm not sure, but I'll let you guys know. So yeah, anyway, the review will be out soon. Check it out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have not picked up this kit and you would like to, of course, again, as I mentioned before, the whole reason why I'm building this is because it got reprinted. So I thought, okay, perfect chance for me to check it out. And so, yeah, if you guys also want to check it out, I believe we should still have it in stock. So here at USAGTV Store, we got a bunch for the reprints. So check it out. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see y'all later. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye. And I think next Friday, Adam and I will be live again for another live Q&A live stream with Adam and I. He's on vacation, so that's why we haven't done it for a couple weeks. But he'll be back, and we'll be live next Friday for that. So stay tuned. Bye, guys. See you later.